Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 35 of How to Disappear by Sharon Hutz, which is the last chapter of this whole book. So let's just get right into this and see how it is going to end off. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. They stare, they point, they whisper. They've been doing it all week, but it's my first time in the cafeteria, so they're oogling en masse rather than one at a time as I pass in the hall. Miss Green convinced me it was time to venture out of her office for lunch. I suggested the yearbook office, but she didn't think that was a very big step, and we're taking actual steps. She gave me this worksheet to fill out, which is basically a picture of a ladder. On each rung, I have to write one of my tigers from least scary to most. I could have come up with at least a dozen less frightening fears for the lower rung, but I put cafeteria down, so here we are. Lipton's been my human shield all week. He blocks for me on the way in, and Adam is there with the table. Still, I can hear people talking. Some don't believe I could possibly be vicarious. Others remember that I had a best friend named Jenna who moved to Wisconsin, so they believe, but just barely. I'm too much of a nobody to be that big of somebody, and I don't blame them. I can't believe it either. Lipton prompts me to breathe, per Miss Green's suggestion. I've brought him as part of my crisis plan, which is basically any distraction I can focus on to deal with an uncomfortable situation. I touch my sword necklace, and I also have the picture of Jenna and me from my locker in my pocket. We sit at the table with Adam, and Lipton pretends it's all perfectly normal, that every single person in the room isn't staring at us. 4 kids approach us, and I'm about to hyperventilate until I realize it's Marvo, Bethann, Marissa, and Adrian. I might hyperventilate anyway because they're making me want to cry, and crying in the cafeteria is definitely on the list. Lipton squeezes my hand and smiles, his gap-toothed smile, and it pulls me out of my crazy, roaring head, just like Jenna used to do. I squeeze back. There's 1 seat remaining at our table, and Roz shows up and asks if he can join us. Then I notice Hallie gliding over. Just as he sits down, she balances a bit when she realizes she's stranded and starts looking around for somewhere else. I whisper in Lipton's ear, and he says, "Make room," and we all squeeze together, and Hallie sits down next to Raj. "I'm Raj," she says to her. I know, she smiles, and even more beautiful than usual. "I love your Instagram." Raj's head explodes. People at the tables nearby keep daring their friends to come up to me and ask if I'm vicarious. My friends, shoo them away. Jeremy Everling gives me a thumbs up from across the cafeteria, and it's not that I care what Jeremy Everling thinks, but somehow that is a signal that tells me that everything is going to be okay. It's okay to be me, as flawed and as the dusty, imperfect floor of my bedroom, to be afraid and weird, to blurt out whatever pops into my head or refuse to speak. If vicarious has taught me anything, it's that there are more people out there like me than I ever could have imagined. I can be myself, whatever that form that takes, and I'll never be alone. I look around, and it's pretty obvious that everyone's waiting for something to happen. Maybe they just need me to say I'm okay so they can be okay too. Maybe if I show them I'm just a girl with problems too, they can all go about their business. My friends are doing the most amazing job of pretending it's a normal day in the neighborhood. They're joking and laughing. Adrian is twirling butter knives, and Marissa is threatening to break up with him if he stabs her. Bethann and Marvo are trying to twirl spoons, and they keep clattering on the table. Raj and Hallie are looking at each other's Instagrams, pointing out the ones they like the best. Lipton is watching them, or pretending to, but he keeps squeezing my hand under the table. He's the only one who notices when I lift my phone and snap a selfie from behind my lunch bag. I hate it because, of course, I'm so dull and white without the wig, sunglasses, and bright red lips. I crop most of my face, leaving barely enough to prove it's me. One eye, cheek, jaw, shoulder, lots of hair. It reminds me of Invisible Mimi, one of the firsts who reached out to Vicarious to share her pain. I risk a glance around the room. Eyes at nearby tables dart away, not wanting to be caught. I lower my phone to my lap, open Instagram, and click on Edit Profile. I leave Vicarious as my username, but change my name to just Vicky. When I tap done, a murmur goes around the cafeteria. They have their phones out. They're watching. "Breathe," says Lipton. I smile. I breathe. Then I pull up the cropped photo I just took of myself, no filter, and I write, "Hi, it's me. Real me. Hashtag face your fears. Hashtag one step at a time." I turn off the phone completely, slide the power down, and slip it into my backpack. The buzz of the cafeteria rises to match the roar in my ears. I can't hear anything else, but I see them as they see me, and I know I won't ever be alone. That is the end of this book. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this book, and this one really takes to heart, like, a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people feel this way, and I'm glad that we read this book, and I will see you guys for the next book, whenever that may be. Bye.